Hello, welcome to Sip Stories podcast, where our recipe is one part healthy
One part happy.
with a shot of drama. I'm your host, Dina.
I'm your host, Charlotte.
Hey, girl, what are you sipping on
Hey,
today?
today I'm sipping on Delola. This is
Ooh.
J Lo's little spritzer.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
is it
really
good?
good. Very, very good. I actually got it for we had a Christmas party today, so
Oh, okay,
one of the ladies got it for me, my
nice.
Santa. Yeah. What are you sipping on?
Today, I have some Caribbean style herbal tea.
Mmm.
Actually, really good and fruity. This is one of my favorite teas.
Do you put milk in your tea?
Chai tea, yes,
Okay.
but yeah, just the chai tea. I know some people do that, but
Yeah. I
no.
put milk in I have to put milk in all my teas, except for my tea that like I drink to like detox.
Yeah,
But all the other teas I normally put milk in.
my grandmother used to do that, but I don't know milk because this is like very fruity, kind of like mango, apple.
Mm,
I don't. Yeah. So
all
yeah,
right.
just the tea and some sweetener, and it is
Nice.
good. All right, so we're going to talk about friends on this episode, friendships, and what
Yes.
they mean to us. And I think we want to start off by telling everyone how we became friends.
Oh yeah. So me and we actually became enemies before friends.
Yes, we did.
Me and Dina had a fight in was it 5th grade?
I am still going to say middle school
All
because
right,
I
it
can't
probably was
accept the
middle
fact
school.
that I got suspended in elementary school. So
Oh, okay, we can say middle
I
school.
think it was sixth grade though, because we were switching classes. I remember that, but we were in PE.
Mhm. I remember the gym that we were
Hmm.
in.
Yeah.
And how did it start? You got in my face?
I think I don't know. I was like talking to another girl. I was being loud, like always. And you were like, stop screaming in my ear. And I was like, I'm not screaming in your ear. This is screaming in your ear. And I think you swung first, though.
I probably did. I probably did. I think because you crossed that line,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was scared you might hit me first.
Let me catch her off guard.
Oh yeah. So that's how me and Dina became we became friends because her mom invited me to her Halloween party,
Mhm.
and that's how it all began. After the
Yeah.
Halloween party, we were like tight.
Besties.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was my first fight. First time being suspended. I think that was the only time I was suspended from school.
Was that the only time I was? No, no, no. My last fight was I was suspended. I actually got knocked. I got beat up my last fight.
Mm,
I got beat up.
that was
Yep,
in school. I didn't know that was in school.
that was in school. It was the senior year. I
Hmm.
don't know the girl's name. I don't
So
remember
mad I
anything.
wasn't
She
there.
knocked me out. So yeah, but it was bad fight.
Do your kids know? Like, do you
Yeah,
talk to your kids
yeah.
about like?
We laugh about it because me and Sai was actually outside. We was talking one day, and I was like, he was like, "Damn, that fight." I said something to him like something to him where the girl I didn't even know the girl's name. He was like, "Damn, that fight fucked you up." I was like, "It did."
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, she got me good. I think she caused my brain aneurysm.
Ay, ay.
No, I can't blame that on her. We don't know what caused that.
We will never know,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So yeah, I'm open with my kids too. They know the story about me and you.
Yeah.
I remember telling Jordan that when he was
I
younger.
remember I came to your thing and your mom was like, "Did you tell the story how y'all became friends?"
Yeah.
Yep, fighting
Mm,
so
mm.
bad. I'm not fighting anymore.
Good.
I'm only
We're all
making Yeah, I know. I'm only making friends. I'm a little slow now, so I won't win.
you making friends. I feel like I'm maxed out on friends, but no.
Why? I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's so easy to be like just nice to people, and
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't call everybody my friend. I do tend to call everybody my friend, but
So
I feel
what
like
makes them your friend? Like when you talk to them like frequently, you
yeah.
consider them like someone that you can
Well,
count
not even
on.
frequently. No, it's just like when how I get to know people is like we start talking, and then like if we start hanging out,
Hmm.
if they call me like a year of from now and we still like can just pick up from where
Right.
we left off, like I feel like that is a friend. I don't know. I feel like if you can, just hold a conversation with somebody after not speaking to them for a certain amount of time, but you guys still link up and
Yeah.
click, that's still your friend, I feel like.
Okay. But that, yeah, I mean, I agree because that's definitely been our journey
Hmm.
in our friendship. What we've been friends for what? 20, no, more than that.
More than that.
25. What?
'Cause we had to be like, okay, so Callie's in fifth grade and
Well,
she's,
Liz, our oldest boys, they're 21.
yeah, and we were friends before
Oh,
that,
absolutely. Yeah, like
like,
yeah, middle school. So yeah, we're almost like 30 years deep.
yeah, yeah, you're considered a root. I feel like people, like my friends are like some of them are like leaves, some of them are branches. Then I have my tree trunk, then the roots. So that's
Your
that's how
your friendship tree.
yeah, that's my
So I'm a
friendship tree.
root.
Yeah.
Who's it like, what do you have to do to be a trunk? Like
A trunk is like my friend Tiffany. Like we started to be friends when we worked for Home Depot. Like this was like
uh-huh.
maybe 20 years ago. And we still like I was in her wedding. I
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like she is like a good foundation. Like she's really good. Like so
Okay.
genuine, so nice.
Mhm.
So,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's definitely a trunk. Okay. Then your branches are
My branches are like we've been through a lot and then the branch fell off.
oh
And
when we got to the leaves, I knew like those leaves fall off, so
leaves are
y'all might
seasonal.
regrow,
Yeah.
but
Leaves are seasonal, but branches is like
yeah,
we went through some part of my life and then
right.
we just fell off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I define it. How many friends do you think you have?
Ah, not a lot, but I don't know if I would describe my friendships as a tree, but I have like my you're my best friend, absolutely. I have another best friend here in Virginia, Sharon. She's been my best friend. I mean, we're probably for 15 years now. We work together. I've been in her daughter's life since ever since her daughter was born. So I consider her like almost family, like you. Like
Mhm.
you guys are like more than friends. And then I have four other friends that I worked with for a long period of time. We became very close, but they always joke me because I guess it takes a lot for me to call someone my friend. So we work together. We were real close. We hang out outside of work. Definitely text, call me. You can lean on me, vice versa. So
Mhm.
those are all things that make a friend, absolutely. But it took me a very long time to consider them like friends. I don't know, just to give that label. I would always be like, "Oh, my coworker, oh this," and they're like, "Damn, Dina, like, can I be a friend? Like, we literally worked together for 7 years." I didn't see you birth two children, but I'm not your
Then
friend.
you let them
I'm
in.
like, they are definitely, I consider them my friends. I don't know, but so what? That's four, five, six, and then I have a couple of people like childhood friends now. Like clearly we don't talk anymore, but I would still consider them a type of friend or an associate, people in my life. We didn't have a bad falling out. Just life happened. We grew apart, have our own families now, but we used to be friends and they did reach out. I would, respond back. Um and
I
then my
just feel
sisters,
like associate. Like, I don't know. It just sounds so mean. I
yeah, it
don't know.
definitely sounds mean because I feel like associate is like someone you don't know that much about that person. Like it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, you ran into them a couple of times and you said hi.
That's what I consider an associate.
Yeah,
And I don't really have too many associates.
yeah.
I can't think of, yeah. I don't have too
They
many
don't really
associates.
bring much value to your life. Yeah, they're
My
just.
people that I let in are like people that like I just click with, you know?
Mhm, mhm.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
I, I think I have
definitely.
like 15 friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
can see
sticking with
that.
it.
And you're sticking with it. But you're open, like add more. The more the merrier for Charlotte. If you want to be her friend, send her message. I'll be your friend. I'm pretty much maxed out. I'm sorry. Like I don't have any more time to be anybody else's friend.
I have no time either. My friends know, like, I'm just booked. I'm booked with
Yeah,
Cali stuff. Like,
yeah,
my kids like book my day, and
absolutely can relate.
then I always have to have, you have to have your family time, you have to have your husband time,
Yeah.
it's just like I'm booked, but I do find time to spend with my friends.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
You know.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what about having friends of like the opposite sex? How does Sean feel about that?
Hmm.
Let me
You
take a
know
sip.
what? We have friends, but they're our friends together.
Mhm.
Like, we have his friend Reggie became my friend, then his wife became my
Mhm.
friend. So we have like friends together. Like, his friend Robbie, his wife Erin became my friend.
Mhm.
So it's always like, but Reggie is my like brother.
Mhm.
I feel like when me and Sean have a falling out, I went to Reggie's house and I stayed at Reggie's house, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But me and his wife
Yeah.
Lynn are like really, really tight. So it's like no disrespect on anybody's end.
Yeah.
But I feel like Reggie and his friend Rob, I feel like they're like just true friends. Like, you never get like, I never got a feeling that they were hitting on me, and it just was
They're both
never.
married.
Yes.
Yeah.
And happily married. Like, that's
Mhm.
the key too, because people can be married and still they're not happy. So
Yeah.
you gotta, it all depends on what their background is and how
Mhm.
you feel around them.
Mhm.
So, but I got couple of guy friends, but they're also Sean's friends
Okay.
as well.
I agree with that dynamic. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're gonna have friends of the opposite sex, they should be mutual friends unless you knew that person like prior to your relationship and
Yeah.
that you were friends with this person prior to your current relationship, never had any relations with that person, then I think it's still okay for you to have that male friend or opposite sex friend.
Mhm. Yep.
But let me just tell my story. I'm kind of like so over this story, but I need to tell our audience this story that me and my husband don't agree with. And then we have a special guest. I'm gonna let Charlotte introduce, and I really want to get her take on it and see what her opinion is on this.
You want to introduce her now and then
Why not? Bring her
all
on.
right. My friend Naughty Nods is here. She's gonna join us today.
Welcome, welcome.
How are
Hey.
you? Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and I'm ready to give all my intake.
All right. Are you sipping on anything? Did you bring something to sip on?
Well,
Charlotte did.
you know,
So
I hooked her up.
cheers to that. Thank you to my good friends here.
She's
So
slipping on Delola
Nice.
also.
it's very good, very good.
Nice.
All right,
All
let's
right.
hear your story,
Well,
Dina.
let's get down with it. All right. So I have it. I'm gonna call him a friend because I feel like calling him an associate is just I'm not feeling that because he was
Yeah.
my friend. He was a childhood friend, very good friend. And when I say childhood, I mean elementary through high school. Okay, through high school graduation, I still talk to this person. Since
Mhm.
then, we haven't really talked. We follow each other like on social media, and that's about it. But I feel like he is still my friend. He's married. His wife is my friend too, a really close friend of mine. So both of them I consider friends. And I'm like, well, we're gonna plan a trip to New York. I was like, maybe we should go to dinner. I can invite Chad and Crystal to dinner, and we can all sit down and have a good time. My husband is not for it. He's like, who? I've never heard this person's name before. We're married. We've been together for 5 years. You've never said this guy's name to me. Like, what do you mean you have a friend, Chad? Like, where did he just pop up from? And I'm like, well, like, I didn't go down the line of like all my childhood friends, like when we got into a relationship. And I haven't spoken to him like our whole entire relationship. So there was no need to bring it up. But I was like, we're going to be in New York. I don't know. I was just kind of feeling like reconnecting with some of my old friends.
Yeah, and he's not feeling it.
He is not feeling it. He was like, maybe had I turned it and said, my friend Crystal and her husband.
Yeah, because I believe you and Crystal was, you and Chad were friends first.
Oh, I don't remember.
No, I believe you and Crystal were because y'all lived around the corner from each
We
other.
did. We lived very close to each other, but I don't know.
You can always flip it around. Me and Crystal was friends first.
I don't remember who I was friends with first, but yeah.
See, I feel like because I know both, I know Crystal
Yeah.
and I know Chad, and I know that you guys were friends.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like he probably needs to just be introduced to him and
Yeah.
see how, because Chad is your friend. So
What do you think, Nadia?
So personally, I mean, I'm not married, so that's one thing I can say. I know that's a whole different ball game. But what I can say, I'm always able to see two sides to every side, right? So I can see why it could make him feel uncomfortable, but kind of like Charlotte said, I think he would just need to be introduced to it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, at the end of the day, guys don't like to admit it, and most men don't, that they're jealous and they sometimes feel intimidated when another man, whether it's a, friend, close friend, whatever it may be, I think they get intimidated and they just don't like to admit it. But coming, hearing it from your side, I mean, that sounds like it's just a friendship. You know what I mean? It's nothing more than that. You're also, it's not like you're just talking to just the guy, you're just friends with him. It's like a couples thing. So I feel like he should be more open-minded that, there's nothing going on behind closed doors. It's completely friendship. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to do this as like a couple thing. You know what I mean? But I can see where he's coming from. But again, I think that especially in marriages, you have to be what's the word?
Open-minded.
Open-minded, and I can't think of it right now, but you guys have to learn to
compromise.
No, not 100%, but that's okay. That's okay. Definitely open-minded is important on both parts, but you guys have to work with each other. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like any relationship's about, not just a marriage, but a marriage more so. And I just think you need to be able to see both sides to it. But I personally don't think that that's something he should just not go for. You know what I mean? I think he should give it a shot, and after that, give his opinion. But I wouldn't see an issue with that. Like, I don't see an issue with that at all. You know what I mean?
Especially if it's both of them.
Exactly.
You know?
It's not that. So
we will see. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll see if he agrees to it. Maybe in a couple months. But I mean, I definitely won't push it. He is my husband, so I do feel like also like I have to respect his boundaries. If he doesn't feel comfortable, then I guess I'll lose a friend.
I had a situation like that too. Like Tony is Sai's dad, and we had split up, but he had remarried. We were never married. He married this girl, and I really liked her. Like,
I remember.
I wanted to go out to dinner with them. And then Sean was like, hell no.
You're not.
But it's a difference
with my baby mama. Like,
it's a difference because Tony was who I was with before, so that is a difference. And I was like, all right, maybe she can't be my friend.
No, I understand. I think again, from like the male's view, like he's like, they're gonna like gang up on me, like, so like, she's gonna go to you and she's mad at Tony and like say things. He did that to me too. I can't stand it. That's a little different because you guys both had a relationship with this person, so that is awkward.
I thought it was fine.
I'm not being friends with no ex or baby mama or no.
Sean was like,
well, let's just co-parent and move on.
And then move on.
Yep.
So that's how it went. That's how it went.
You wanting to be everybody's friend.
I know.
Always.
So let's talk about Nad's friends.
She has a lot.
Yes. So okay. No, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So I feel like, my family and people that are close to me know me for having a lot of friends, which I definitely do have a lot of people that I hold close to my heart, I should say. And I called a lot of people my friends. I feel like growing up, you call everyone your friends. I know I used to have so many friends, and as I got older, I'm starting to notice that the more friends you have, I feel like friendships nowadays, like I said, I hold them very close to my heart. So to be my friend, it takes more than just a simple phone call once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have to know, like, you're there when I need you. And it's not even like everyone has lives, so I don't need you to be there when I call, but it's just like that feeling of like, if something's wrong, hey, are you okay? I'm a call away if you need me, or let's go out and do this today. You know what I mean? I just need to know, like, I have someone who's there for me like I'm there for them. I have someone who values like my time with them, who values me as a person, because I know one thing about me is I'm the way I want to be treated, I treat people. You know what I mean? And especially if you're my friend, um I hold loyalty and all that over everything. Like I could love you as a friend, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be loyal to you because loyalty to me overrides everything. I feel like you can love a person and you cannot be loyal to them. You know what I mean? I think loyalty is really what shows me who a friend is. And there's different ways to show loyalty. I think sometimes it's not about picking sides or, oh, I'm gonna beat this person up for my friend. Da, da, da. I think it's just loyalty to know that I can trust you. I'm safe with you. My words are safe with you. And just that you respect me and we can have a good time. You know what I mean? Nowadays I feel like I have a lot of acquaintances. That's what I like to call them. I have people that I can call when I want to go out to have a good time. I have people that I can call if I want to just sit back, watch a movie, you know, have a glass of wine. And then I have the people that I know I can just call for anything. You know what I mean? To have a glass of wine, to go out, to not do anything, to just have a conversation. And I think nowadays I feel like I'm like I can count all my real friends probably on my one hand. That's like how I genuinely feel. And I'm not ever opposed to making new friends. I love meeting people. Um, but I can meet you and I can really like you, but I'll still keep up a wall at first just to try to, you know, learn who you are and everything like that. And then once I really feel like we're, you know, bonded and we're connected and in tune, then I really feel like everything, my walls come down and you really see like the person I am, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my intake on friends. I have friends and then I have a lot of acquaintances is what I like to call them
Yeah.
now.
I like that word better, acquaintances
Hmm.
versus the associates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
That
I like
sounds
that.
I
pretty.
say it all the yeah. Associate sounds like you're like a worker. Like you're
Yeah.
one of the workers or something. Like and it's acquaintance. Like you have different people that you know you can go to for different things and there's some people you can't call on for the same thing that you can call on. Like Charlotte, I know for her, honestly, I could call on her for anything I need. And that's never about calling on her for anything I need, but it's just the energy that she gives me, the love that she makes me feel when we laugh when we're together all we do is laugh. Like that's my favorite thing to do is just laugh at
Laugh.
all the pain. That's
Yeah.
what really makes a friend to me too is I need to be able to laugh with you like nonstop. Like we can make fun of each other, we get deep,
But
we
know
get,
that
you
it's
know,
not like,
it's never malicious, it's
yeah.
never envious because there's also I've had friends
Right.
who they say things and they really mean it. You know, they'll say something, oh, your hair, haha, like, but they really mean that. You know what I mean? But they're just being envious and malicious. When we joke around with each other, we're just being stupid. But at the end of the day, we know we really care for each other and we would really have each other's back if it came down to it. So I think that's really what's important about a friendship, honestly.
Yes. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank
it's
you.
like and I agree with you,
Thank you.
Nadia. The quality of friends is definitely better than the quantity of
Yes.
friends that you have in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Especially as you get older. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely say when I was younger, I had more people I called my friends. But they're not in my life anymore. I have no connections to them. So it's really the few that stuck around that I know are loyal to me, never stab me in the back. I
Yeah,
can call
exactly.
them anytime, pick
Mhm.
right back up where we left. Absolutely.
Exactly. Preach to that.
Amen. Yeah, that was good, Naughty.
That was really good.
It's just
Yeah.
how I feel. So
I had this one friendship circling back around to my husband. I'm just gonna call him out on this episode.
Call him
go
out.
ahead, girl.
Call him out.
Get him.
I did consider this person a friend. We kind of had an interesting relationship because I knew her from before, and then we had stopped talking, and then we had just like reconnected through work, and we got really close really fast. But I felt at the time that I could trust her. Now thinking back, there were some red flags when it came to like loyalty department and stuff, but I did feel like I could trust her. um and I remember early on in my relationship with my husband, the first time they met, it was like, and I'm like, why are they butting heads? Like, no, this can, I'm like, I'm feeling this guy. She's one of my closest friends. Like, they gotta get along. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, babe, I'm not feeling her, not feeling her energy. I think she made a comment to him like, you better treat my girl good. Like, but I thought it was a joke, but it kind of like rubbed him the
The
wrong
wrong
way.
way.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I get wanting, like, you want what's best for your friends in a relationship and stuff. And I think like, if I was meeting, one of my friends, like their partner for the first time, you know, I don't know if I would exactly say like, you better treat my girl right, but I don't know. Maybe she came off a little bit too like protective over me.
Mhm.
Um, and as soon as he like kind of like mentioned it to me and then brought it out, then she started to like show signs of like kind of jealousy, and that she wasn't supportive of the relationship. So, long story short, yeah, I had to end that friendship. Yeah.
When I
And
feel like when a friend shows or tells you that they are jealous, or they show little things that they
mhm.
are jealous of your relationship, that's not a friend, because a
Mhm.
friend is not going to be jealous. They're going to freaking boost you up like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
support you, like, yeah. Absolutely. And let me clarify too, like I had to end that relationship, but it definitely was not choosing a guy over my friend. At
Yeah.
that point, even if that relationship with my husband had not worked, I still would not be her friend to this day, because
Mhm.
she started to show me signs of like being disloyal and
Yeah.
jealous. And yeah, I didn't have the same trust that I had with her like earlier on in our friendship. So I just wanted to clarify that in case people come at me.
Yeah.
But
You better not
Yeah.
come at her.
right, because like what they say, you're supposed to like, is that even a thing? Like friends first before you're, I don't think that applies when you're like married, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
bros
No.
before hoes.
Yeah. Something you say when you're like
I had a
16.
similar situation with
Hmm.
one of my friends. I think we just fell off with our, I guess, growing up. Like,
Yeah.
some stuff that she was telling me that she did, I was just like, I would never do that. And I wouldn't want to be with someone that would do that.
Hmm.
And then she ended up getting mad at me because I texted her for her birthday instead of calling her. And it was like, after my surgery, my brain is not, you'll be happy. You should be happy that I remembered your birthday.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
I just felt like a lot of stuff, it was just, and the vibes that I got when we would talk, it was just like down, and it would bring me down. And I was already depressed after the surgery. So I felt like if I would have stayed in that friendship, I would have been on medication. I would have been probably not the best mom. And I just was like, it's time to let it go. Let it go. When your friendship is feeling more like a job, like, oh, I have to call her
Mhm.
because she's gonna be mad at me, then
Mhm.
it should be like, that should be a sign to just
Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds toxic. So anything toxic in your life, like you need to get rid of it. And I know we talked about this before, Charlotte. Like, would you welcome or even entertain, like if that person wanted to try to like come back in your life and, make amends and become your friend again.
Yeah, I would if she changed. Like if our, vibes just like clicked again and we were on the same like
Hmm.
level, yeah,
Mhm.
then I would. Cause I love people.
Yeah,
I love everyone.
I know. She's the sweetest.
Mhm.
I don't think I would welcome an ex friendship, like in an ex relationship, like a partner I've been with or a friend that's no longer my friend. I don't think I would ever welcome them back. It's like once we cut ties,
It's done.
Mhm.
yeah, you're done. You're in the past. I don't want to say I would keep harping on the past, but like I don't know, I'm big on trust, and if you broke my trust, I don't see myself welcoming it back into my
Mhm.
life. I don't know. What do you think,
Mhm.
Nadia? How do you
No,
feel?
yeah, I can 100% agree with that. That's how I am. But see, again, it goes back to this really comes with growing and becoming an adult and realizing things. When I was younger, I always did that. I always went back to my past. I stuck in relationships for longer than I should have because it was just, a circle, like a merry-go-round running back and forth to each other. But I was always like that. Once you broke my trust, like the littlest bit, I can't trust you again. But see, I would stay in those relationships and keep trying to make it work, knowing I didn't have any trust. They didn't have any trust. There was nothing there for us to
Yeah.
build on. So that was actually always my problem growing up. I always went back to the past, friendships as well. um if I stopped being friends with someone and then we started talking or we seen each other again, we start being friends again, you quickly see why you stopped being friends with this person. And again, I think it just came with growing. Like this year, I'm really realizing more. Friendships and ex relationships, I don't think they're meant for coming back into your life sometimes. I mean, I don't like to say that because there is, some people will break up in high school and meet 20 years later, and then they get married and they're together for the rest of their lives. So I can't determine anyone else's, fate in their life. But with me, I can definitely say every time I bring someone back into my life that I let go of, it's the same story and nothing gets better, it just gets worse. So I don't ever see that benefiting me. I think when one door closes for me, I always watch a new one open, and it's 10 times better and greater than the last door that just closed on me. Um, so that's kind of how I feel about that. But like you said, once you broke my trust, that it's kind of gone. But again, if I have love for you, I will try to make things work.
Yeah.
But only so much. Once I see that it's mentally taking control over me and draining me, I'm okay. I will take a step back from that. I think that comes with knowing your worth, and knowing you don't deserve to be in toxic situations or friendships. If it becomes more like a chore and you're having to call your best friend, oh, why haven't you spoke to me all day? What are you doing? You're ignoring me. I've been in situations like that. It's draining. It makes you not even want to speak to anyone. You know what I mean? So,
That's why I
yeah,
said like the person has to, change. Like
yeah,
something
exactly.
has to
Hmm.
change. But I feel like when you have that friend that you've done everything with,
Hmm.
like everything, I feel like I don't know if she was to come back in my life, I would see if it was a change.
Yeah,
If there was a
I
change,
understand.
If there was a change, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would. So I think that's the love that you hold in your heart for people, and you want to. I always like to see the good in people. So I do believe people can change because I'm a product of my own experiment. So I know people can change 100%. I have faith in that, but not everyone is as strong-minded and
Yeah.
willing to change and make themselves better. So I think that's just something. If you have love for the person, you can take it into consideration, but just keep in mind that it's could be the same exact thing or worse if you
Yeah.
engage in that. But I think that's good to do too, because people do change, and sometimes time does heal all, sometimes it doesn't. So if someone changes and you guys can be on that same wavelength again, I think that's amazing. I think that's great. Maybe that's what you needed, you know? So
Yeah.
preach.
Yeah, and I understand, Charlotte. Like, you have such a history with this
Yes.
person. It's
Mhm.
hard to, say like if they called you today, like would you not answer? Like that would just, be rude and mean. Um, especially since now I'm sure there's no like ill will or anything. So
Yeah, it's not. It's just, actually, this was like years ago though. I had butt dialed her on accident. And then she was like, "You butt dialed me?" I was like, "Yeah." And then we both said, "All right, bye."
oh my god. And
I
that was it. I think you
Yeah,
guys just weren't ready.
I know.
Like weren't ready to face what happened, the falling
Yeah.
out. So
Mhm.
I do think, hey, maybe a month from now, maybe 5 years from now, I do think you guys will kind of like reconnect. If anything, maybe your friendship, it's not going to look the same anymore, but
Yeah.
just to kind of talk about and just to air it all out there. I think that would be healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
Maybe text her on her birthday and that'll be the opener. That would
Hi,
be
it's me again.
Butt dialed you again.
yeah, but I don't think you should have like hold your friends to these certain expectations of, like I
Yeah.
need a phone call, not a text on my
Mhm.
birthday. Like,
Mhm.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I was shocked by that, and it was just
Yeah.
other stuff that went
Yeah.
along with that. But I'm like, I, I,
Hmm.
I mean, I text you.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
I got
Exactly.
the date right.
right.
Yeah.
Facts. That's hard enough.
Yes,
Especially, yeah, you have kids and stuff. You got to remember their birthdays.
exactly. My
Mhm.
friend Tiffany, like I, I'm so bad. Her birthday, I always have to like text her after she texts me. I'm like, "When's your birthday again?" So I can put it in my phone
Yeah.
because I missed it. When she texts me, I know I missed it already. I'm like, "Goodness gracious,
Right.
Charlotte."
We're 3 days apart. So,
Yeah.
like, our birthdays, that's probably the only reason we never forget each other's birthdays.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always remember Dina's birthday just because of that. I always
Always,
remember
for
Sean's
sure.
birthday just because we're both on the 15th. Oh God.
Yes. All right, ladies. Well, that is the end of our episode. I just want everyone that's listening to go and follow us on Instagram at Sip Stories Podcast. If you have anything that you want us to talk about on future episodes or comment on this episode, please, we will appreciate your feedback. Any
Yes.
closing things you ladies want to say?
No, I don't have. Oh, do you have anything to say?
I just want to say thank you for having me. It was a great time. Call me back anytime. I have a lot of input that I can give, and yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We will definitely have nods on future episodes.
Yes,
Please. All
she's
right.
a good time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.